Hello, in today's show we're going to be talking about defending claims of gift manipulation. I'm going to focus right into it for a narrow vlog here and what I do if I'm trying to argue that there wasn't a gift manipulation. I've successfully done that in trial in court in regards to this. I want to know all the medical records of the person that gave the gift. I want to see what was going on with that person. I want to understand the relationship. It is a mistake to go and say some rules of thumb in regards to this. You want to know what the relationship was with the children if they're challenging it. Did the person that made the gift have a good relationship with those children? If it was one of the children that they had a closer relationship and the other children are challenging, you want to understand that. You want to know those details. If there's everything from greeting cards to emails to texts to anything that's out there, you want to understand that. And you also want to understand what the neighbors know. I would go, when I was defending these cases, and I'm still defending these cases, I would want to go to the neighbors. I'd love, in a situation where they have a pet, if they're walking the dogs, if they and somebody else that's their family member are walking the dogs, or they're just walking the dogs themselves, they get to talk in the 55 and over communities, or the wherever it may be. You actually have conversations going on. Maybe it's assisted living facility and you're finding out who their lunch mates are or their dinner mates are, and you want to find out some details, and through some nice conversations you can learn a lot about what's going on in the lives of these people. Because really, for a gift manipulation, if there's not a capacity issue, meaning that they can't make a decision on their own because they don't have the mental capacity to actually do this, and if they have a lawyer that was actually helping them with the estate planning, it'd be a difficult task, but you can prove that in this situation. But it's usually, the gift manipulation is called undue influence, and that's really usurping that person's free will for somebody else's, completely manipulating them in a situation where they don't feel, maybe they don't understand what their assets are because the person's lying to them. Maybe they're telling them that if it wasn't for me, you'd be going into a nursing home. Threats that could happen, or physical threats if there's somebody's watching them. Isolating them. If they're trying to isolate this person from going to their favorite, they're a member of a social society, and they're not allowed to go to that social society or charitable society that they used to be in, or they don't go to poker anymore because the person that's controlling them won't drive them there, or that person discourages them from seeing their relatives. Those types of situations, that type of isolation can prove undue influence. But when I can show, if I'm defending against this, I can show that that's not the case, that the person truly feels that, well, if you wrote, my daughter wrote me off, so I'm going to write them off, then that's going to be evidence that the court's going to listen to. The court will also listen to the change in that person's life attitudes as they progress in life. The fact that they may have been married for many years to the mother of the person that's making the challenge, or that when they were married, the three children were all treated alike, and something changes when one of them is widowed. It changes, depends on the circumstances there, and if the person is now spending more money, maybe that's an indication that they understand the shortness of life. And I've had that in a court make that decision when I had a 5-day trial on defending one of these cases, where people change in their feelings as to what they're going to be doing in their lives. So all of that matters a lot, and you want to really delve deep, and you want your lawyer to delve deep into the facts of the case. Talk to witnesses, talk to neighbors, talk to anybody else that has any connections with them, and find out really what's going on in the case, because facts matter in these cases. And when I litigate these cases, I litigate them based upon the facts and the law, but the facts are really, really important to usually the circuit court probate division judge that's listening to these. Thank you.